entrepreneurs and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training, where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey von Bill Costa, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right. Hello. Just making sure everybody knows we are starting. You know, I'm going to turn my screen off and turn it back on. All right, let's see. All right, that's better. I saw a lag. I was like, what is happening? But hopefully you guys are doing well. This has been a interesting day for me. This is our first day back at homeschool. We're kind of year-round, but not really homeschoolers. And so this is our first day of the new school year. Y'all, I'm so happy it's done. I'm so happy it's done. I was doing good over the summer. I was doing a lot of prep, and I was like, okay, this year, you know, it shouldn't be too many crazy things. We're not doing, you know, we're not getting a lot of new curriculum. The kids are not young. Like we're not new to this. We're true to this. So I was feeling good until about a week ago, and I was like, we're not ready. I was like, we are not ready. And so I was a little nervous. There was a few things we had changed that were different, and I was wondering how the kids were going to take it, because these ain't little kids that's just going to go with the flow. I have a 10th grader and a 12th grader this year, and so they got to kind of buy in, right? We can't have a great year unless we all agree to have a great year. And so I was a little concerned. I did do some things because, you know, the businesswoman in me knows you got to do a few things to kind of get situated beforehand. And so I had already sent like a video to them saying like, this is the expectations. This is what we're going to do. Like I treated it like I was onboarding new workers to the business. Like this is what we're going to do today. When they came in, we had like a little meeting, and funny enough, my intern and my assistant was also in the office. So we had a homeschool meeting, then we had a business meeting, and then I had to like make sure everybody was in their places. And if you want to see more of that, guys, I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but if you want to see more about our first day of school and some of the planning, you can check out my personal profile on Facebook. That's where I am the most. So you can check it out there and see. And I'm trying to do better about posting things. But I tell people, like, once the kids get to like the high school ages, it's just not, it's not the same as far as like entertaining things to show you guys. It's not. All right. I think we got everybody in. Okay, cool. Put my notes up. But yeah, so that was how my day started. Very busy, but funny enough, and I know I can't be the only person. I think I get more done when I'm busier, right? Because I was starting to feel some type of way towards the end of the summer, like somebody got to come and work with me in this office, because I'm just sitting here by myself looking at these walls, and I'm just not motivated. I'm not being held accountable because I'm the only person here. My husband was at work. My son was at his internship, and it was just like, I'm bored to death. And so it was great having more hustle and bustle in the office, and a lot was done in just a couple of hours today. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know, you guys let me know. Do I have more energy today? Because I feel like I do. So I got something to drink. Last week I ain't had nothing to drink, y'all. I was over here struggling. And so I just feel like, yes, we're in a better space. I feel like I'm normal again. And yeah, it's gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a great school year, but while they're doing school, I'm gonna be still putting my business at the forefront of my mind. And I encourage you guys to do the same. I know how easy it can be, especially for the moms out there. So when the school year starts, that you put yourself on the back burner, especially a lot of my ed consultants, you're in teacher mode. I get it, but do not stop the momentum that you have started in your businesses. Keep it going. Stay with it. You just have to find what the new norm is. I don't like to say a balance, because things are never going to be like perfect, right? I think it's important to realize that some things are going to be more important depending on what time of year, what time of day, what time of week, and that's okay. So you just have to figure out what your norm is in this new season, and make it work. So let's dive in because I don't want to take too much time tonight. My husband is making lasagna, so I want to get down there while it is hot, so I can eat. If you are watching this live or you're watching the replay, definitely chime into the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. And if you have questions, comments, concerns throughout the presentation, feel free to drop them there. I'm totally okay with DMs as well. I always just tell you guys, if you DM me and we are not connected or friends, sometimes I don't see it right away. So just keep that in mind. But it's also very okay to just comment, I DM'd you, and I will check it out, because I know sometimes your questions are a little, private or specific, and I get you may not want to drop those in the comment section. But thank you guys for coming. Today is another Monday Night Live. If you're new here, every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do these kind of informal chats, right? I don't want it to be too buttoned up. It's really supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be conversational, and it's supposed to get you in and out. I try to do about 30 minutes or so. We talk about a topic that is pertinent to your business right now. We talk about why it's important. We talk about how to fix it and what tools to use, and how to actually implement these changes in your business. So tonight, what are we talking about? We're talking about building a client retention strategy that works. And that's actually kind of the goal for the whole month, is to talk about how to keep or win back clients that you have already worked with. Because we know, we out here struggling to bring in new people every day, right? That's how we keep the business doors open. We're always like, who's the next client coming in? But oftentimes, because of that, we forget about the people we've worked with. And they're some of our most loyal clients, some of our biggest referral opportunities. And they're also people that can come back and spend money with us time and time again. And all the times we just forget about it, or we just hope they do, but we don't have a plan in place. And so tonight we are going to change that. But before we dive in, I always like to introduce myself. My name is Corey Fonville Foster. I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a certified business coach specializing in business implementation. What is that? We help you get things done in your business. I have been in business for, I don't know, I feel like it's close to a decade now, y'all. I'm getting old. And what I've seen time and time again, working with clients, working in my own businesses, is a lot of times it's not that people lack knowledge or expertise. A lot of times it's they lack the ability to execute and execute consistently, right? So a lot of you should be posting on social media. You should be building your email list. You should be out here speaking about your business. You should be reaching out to past clients. You should be doing all the things, but you're not doing it. Right? You're not doing it. We have to be honest. You're not doing it, or you're not doing it consistently. So you're not seeing the results you want. And so when I come in and my team comes in, we help you create systems in your business, right? Optimizing the things you already have, outlining the strategies you're already using to move you forward in your business to actually attain the goals that you have set forth, right? So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just helping you push that wheel forward a little faster. All right. And on top of that, I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions, which is a small business marketing firm servicing small businesses from coast to coast with done-for-you services, things like websites, logos, social media management, landing pages, email sequences, and the list goes on and on. And so if you are someone who is looking for an affordable means to get some things done with done-for-you services in your businesses, just reach out. Let us know. We'd be happy to help. You can always go to iRockMarketableBusinessSolutions.com to learn more about our services. You can always DM me. You can always comment. All right, let's dive in. All right, so we're not getting the PowerPoint tonight, y'all. I just got off a call. We're not. PowerPoint is made, but I didn't have time to look at it, and I always like to kind of peruse it beforehand. And so I said, you know what, y'all gonna just get to see my face today. Look, I don't look too shabby today, y'all. If y'all not new, and y'all been here for a little bit, y'all know Corey be looking tore up some days because life be happening. But I look okay today, so y'all can enjoy my beautiful face as we dive in. So what are we going to cover today? We're going to cover three things. We're going to break down what a real client retention strategy looks like. Some of you might be saying, I do be retaining clients. I know, I was the same way, but we got to do it better. You're going to learn how to keep clients engaged and connected beyond just the first sale. Because a lot of you are making sales, right? You're making money in your business, but then once they work with you, you're like, well, it was nice, Bye. We want you to figure out a way to bring them back and continue the work that you're doing. And then we're going to also explore some tools to help you follow through, right, and execute without burning out. Because a lot of times you know what you should be doing, but you're like, I don't have any more bandwidth to actually get these things done. And so we're going to make sure you can do that. All right. So I want to start off with a question. And you just let me know if this is you. Do you have clients that disappear after the first service, right? You do the work, you get them in the door, you do the service with them, they love it, and then you never hear from them again, right? Does that happen? Because I know it's happened with me before. I know it's happened with all the businesses I've worked with before. It's happened with my mentors' businesses. It's happened, right? Because you worked so hard to earn that client. Like I said, you gave them just an amazing experience. You gave them an excellent product. They got exactly what they wanted, but then they're gone. They're quiet, never to be heard from again. And you're back to square one, getting a new lead, right? I think that's the case for a lot of businesses out there. But tonight we're going to be talking about really curating and building a system that doesn't let that keep happening in your business. Or at least don't let it happen all the time, right? Because retention isn't about luck, right? It's not about people just, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go back and spend some money with them. It's about having a strategy in place. And a lot of things in business is solved by strategy, right? Because some things will happen out the blue, thank the Lord, right? Some of us know our businesses are held on by just, happenstance, right? Barely hanging on by happenstance. But to be truly successful and have a sustainable, profitable business, we have to stop relying on luck and really start relying on strategy. And if y'all are ready for strategy, then you're in the right place. All right. So I just got a question for you. What would it change in your business, or what would it look like in your business if 40% of the clients that you work with, right, you gave them an initial service, came back to you and spent money with you again? And I'll even drop it down. What a 20%, right? Because maybe you're like, I got like a 1% retention rate. What if 20% came back and did business with you again? What would that look like in your business? What would that change for you? What would that change for your revenue, your profit, just your overall happiness, right? Right? Because think about it. When you have a client who comes back, you don't have to go through, I feel like, that beginning dating phase when they're getting to know you and they're not sure and they got a lot of questions and they don't understand the system. They know, they got it. They're like, okay, I already know how this person works. I know that they're going to do a great job. I can just kind of lay back and let them do what they got to do, right? What would your business look like if that was the case 20, 40, 50% more of the times than not? And if you like that vision of what you're thinking, then we need to put some retention plans in place. All right? Because retention, it builds consistency, right? So you really want to have something in place, right? So that people know that you are going to always be there, that they can come back to you time and time again, because we want not only them to understand that we're consistent, but we also want that consistent revenue. At least I do. I don't know about you, maybe you want to play, but I want consistent revenue. And I also, in my heart of hearts, want consistent impact. Like, I really do feel some type of way when a client, for whatever reason, right? Sometimes it's like, it's no part of ours as a business. But the client is like, all right, thank you, and they're done, right? Sometimes, especially because I work with businesses, sometimes the business changes. Sometimes the person kind of pauses or stops their business. Sometimes they don't need any more services right now. And I feel bad because I'm invested. I was talking to a future client today, not a potential client, but a future client today, right before this call. And I was expressing to her around the fact that I get really invested with people that I work with. I don't say no to, I don't say yes to everybody. So when I'm really excited about the projects and I'm really excited about the mission of the company, I want you to be around. I don't want you to go away because I get to enjoy it. If you leave, then I don't get to be a part of that impact anymore. And so I think that when we think about retention, it's not just for the sake of the client, it's also for the sake of us, because most of my clients are coaches and consultants. So I'm not just impacting them, I'm impacting their businesses that impact other people, right? Other communities, other lives, legacy, right? And so, yes, I want them to stay with us for as long as possible. Yes, for the income, but also, like I said, for the impact. And we also have to remember, when it comes to retention, we got to stop thinking that these random kind of check-ins are enough, because they're not. They're not. It's not good enough to be like, oh, I was thinking about you today, so I hit you up. Thank you. But that isn't going to get you that consistency, that those higher retention rates that you're really looking for to sustain the business, right? So what do we need? We need a plan. We need a plan. We need a system. We need a strategy. We need something to make sure that there are some check-ins that are going to happen, right? We can decide when those are based on our business, based on knowing when people are most excited in our business through the process, when we know when people are ready for the next phase of what we have to offer. All of that can be customized, but we do need a plan, because also a lot of you are at a place when your businesses are growing to the point where you have other people doing work for you, and you may have been good at check-ins, right? Because you were doing all the things, you're like, oh yeah, I need to check in on this person, this person, this person today. But if it isn't written down, right, if there's no SOP around it and nobody knows it's part of your automation system or what have you, then that can fall by the wayside as you grow your business, and that could be a detriment too. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have been in dealings with companies where I've been a part of working with them as they've grown, and I've seen the personal touch kind of die, right? For lack of a better word. Like at first, yeah, they knew my name, they knew everything about me. Like I felt really connected to the brand, but as they grew, right, it's not, you don't get those touch points the same. And they didn't have things in place to continue the feeling, even if it's not them, right? You're not talking to the owner, but it was nobody, it was nothing, right? And so we don't want that to be the case for your business. We don't want people to feel like they're now a number or they're not as important. So we want to have some strategic check-ins. And then just remember that some of you may be thinking, well, I provide a great service, so if I provide it, they'll come back. Yes and no. Some people will, but again, we don't want it to be here, there, everywhere. We want it to be consistent, but we can see from month to month our retention rate is where we need it to be. So yes, great service is the foundation, but follow-up is going to be the bridge that keeps your business afloat and keeps those retention rates high, right? Because a retention strategy turns a one-time buyer, even if they have a great experience, into a lifelong supporter, referral, a lifetime, income base. I know we don't like to think about it in money terms, but yes, it keeps money coming in the doors. All right, so what are some elements of an effective retention strategy? Because I hope by now you at least need one, right? You need one. But what are some of the elements or pieces that we need to consider? Well, one is a great strategy starts at onboarding. And I would even, in this day and age, it's even kind of before onboarding. Because if I am dealing with a brand in any capacity, right, from first impression, that's going to show me whether I want to stay, right? Period. Like it isn't even onboarding. It's like when you first talk to me, when that email first comes in, when I see that first post. So we have to remember that, yes, when the first time they're a client really is at onboarding, like they paid a little bit of money, now it's onboarding. So yes, we really need to start thinking about from onboarding to offboarding, but realistically, people, that is not the first time they're engaging with your brand typically, right? So what are we doing to kind of set the tone of the excellence that we're going to give prior to even onboarding, right? How are we communicating to potential clients, period, before they even do anything? And I'm big on customer service, y'all. Matter of fact, oh my gosh, I don't have the lady's name with me. Dang darn. So here's an example right here. And this is how I know I'm going to go spend more money with this young lady. I was watching a TikTok because I'm a TikTok girly. I love being on TikTok. I was watching TikTok and I saw this brand come across my For You page. And it was cute. It was aesthetic. And it was a lot of like natural products. So natural soaps, natural oils, natural body butters and scrubs. And for those of you who do not know, I had a business called I Rock Mind, Body, and Soul back in the day that did that. So I was like, ooh, that's cool. And then I saw that they were local. And I was like, okay, cool. I waited. I might have liked the video, but okay. Saw it again. I said, bet, I'm really liking what these people are putting out. I like it. When I get some time, I'm going to go, right? So this before I'm even a client. I haven't spent no money with them, but I'm anticipating going. This weekend, I had a little time. My son had a volunteer opportunity. The mayor in our city was putting together like a back to school thing for the kids. So he went and did some volunteering on behalf of our local 4-H club. And so I was like, I got a little bit of time. I'm already out. Let me stop by the shop. Now look, this is this first smart, and people don't think about this. This is a black-owned business, and people can feel how they want to feel. But I've had so many encounters, in mostly black businesses, and this is why I'm putting it here, where I have gone to a venue during operation hours. Right when you say you're gonna be open, I didn't say you're gonna be open. You said you're gonna be open, and they not be open. I tell people straight up, that's the quickest way for me never to do business. You've already lost me before you got me, right? And so I pulled up to this storefront, and she was open. I was so excited. I was already excited from just that, because you already hit an expectation for me when it comes to customer service by just being open when you say you're gonna be open. So it was already like, yeah, she ain't even said nothing. She hasn't said good day, how you doing, can I help you yet? I'm excited. I walk in, she comes from the back because I guess she can hear, somebody came. How you doing? How you doing today? So now you're greeting me. I feel welcome. It's not like one of them stores where you go in and don't nobody say nothing, right? So I'm excited. You open, you greeted me. She didn't, it was just me in the store at the time. I didn't come during a rush time, but she was just like, are you looking for anything in particular? Now you're trying to make it easier on me. You're trying to help me find whatever product it is. So I'm excited. I'm like, okay, well, what's this? We having a little back and forth. I told her I saw her on TikTok. She was excited about it. Shared, what she was trying to do, blah, 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 blah. I go to buy my product. She said, oh, you came on a good day. It's 25% off. You giving me a discount on day one. It's my first time spending money with you. I wasn't expecting no discount. I was excited, but then she topped it off. And this is the thing, right? So I'm already excited. I know in my mind, I'm probably coming back. I'm probably going to come back. She hands me a card that said, you are already starting to build your rewards. And then she said, I'll sign it for you. When you come back again, you'll build some more rewards. That is a retention plan, y'all. Right? She didn't wait to start the experience when I swiped my card. She started the experience on social media before she even knew who I was. She then added to the experience when I came in and had an amazing time in the store. And then immediately she gave me a rewards card. I didn't have to sign up for nothing, do all this kind of crazy stuff. Here's your rewards card. Can't wait to see you again. That was amazing. That was such a great experience. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to local shops around here and not been able to get in, right? My husband took me to a barbecue place. He was excited. Y'all, when I tell you, it was like a Saturday or Sunday? And they was like closed at dinner time. I was like, don't you ever bring me back here, right? Period. I'm an anti-Popeyes person as well. Popeyes, go into a place that's known for something and they don't have that something. Went there, they ain't got certain chicken, like regular chicken, you won't get my money again, right? So just being able to show up in your excellence is a helpful, but again, going that kind of extra mile and realizing that the client is having interactions with you before you are having interactions with them, if that makes sense. All right, so the strategy has to start before that, because think about it, if she was inconsistent on social media, I probably wouldn't have seen her. Because social media will send you things that you engage with, but you also have to put out stuff in a consistent way so that they can keep sending it to you. So if I saw it the first time, I didn't go after seeing it the first time. I probably didn't even go after I saw it a couple of times. It took a while, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go check it out. And that's how it was. So consistency is important. And knowing that that's a part of your thing. She said, oh yeah, she told me, she said, I used to post on Instagram a lot, but I've been trying to do more with TikTok because it brings more people in. So it's a part of a strategy. Also, for you guys in your businesses, use milestone check-ins to show up before they need you, right? So if you know that you do a 12-week course and you know that after the course, people need maybe another month to finish up, whatever. When they're about a week or two out, you should be hitting them back up like, hey, how's it going? Did you finish? Do you need any additional support? Here's the next step. And a lot of you are missing that moment because you're not thinking through what is your client really doing. A lot of you think, well, we're done. Well, what else? Because some of your clients may have not booked like the full girth of what you do. They might have just gotten a small portion, and they probably needed more. Why are you not reaching back out once they finish that initial phase and saying, okay, are you ready for the next phase? Are you ready for the next phase, right? So that's something to think about. And then remember to end each project or service with a clear next step or offer for them. A lot of you are letting people go because you don't have anything else, right? You serve them at the level they are, and you have not thought of making a solution to the next step. Because yes, when you solve a problem for them, that's great, but typically they just go into another issue and another aspect of it, right? I do business things, right? So people will come to me initially, and the issue is they don't have any systems in place. But then once they get the systems in place, they now can outsource. They don't know who to outsource to, or they don't know how to bring people on and train them, right? And then maybe they got people in place, but they don't have the bandwidth to be managing all the people, and they want to do some new projects they haven't done before, and they want to do all the things right. So it's always something that I could be helping with. It's just having a product in place to tell them when you end the last part. A lot of you are waiting, and it's like, no, I'm like, hey, we're going to do these 90 days, right? I actually just told somebody that today, we're going to do these 90 days. We're going to do this, this, and this. When the 90 days are up, I know you're going to want to come back, and then we'll tackle this, this, and this. I'm already putting it out, and they haven't even signed on officially for the first part. But I'm like, yeah, you're going to want to do this next. But we're going to start here. And I think, too, a lot of people appreciate it because they understand that you want to be with them long term. And I don't know about you guys, but I would prefer to be with somebody I know, trust, and like long term than constantly having to restart with someone else, if at all possible. All right. So when clients feel like you still care after that invoice is paid, after they've done the work with you, that's when relationships really blossom and grow. And so think about that. You've done the work. They see that you're great. Why are you not building that relationship to say, I want to continue to work with them? So think about, again, what do you offer? When are people going to need you again? And do you have an offer to fulfill that need? Now I'm gonna give you some tools before we hop off, because I think, well, I got my glasses on, but I still can't see. I think we're almost at time, and I wasn't joking. I'm gonna get you in and out today. But let's talk about some tools, right? Because how do you stay top of mind without doing the most or being burnt out? Because that's important. I know for a lot of us, we would like to do all the things, but if we don't have a system in place, we don't have team support, something, we just can't. Like, we just don't have the bandwidth. There's only 24 hours in the day, and we just don't have it. So let's talk about that. So one, you can use things like your content, emails, and even text to check in and stay visible with your current clients and past clients. There is no reason why every client that you work with is not on your email list. Like, everyone should be there. And you can segment your audiences so that maybe certain emails go to past clients. Maybe they get special promotions, right? Special rewards programs. But every client you work with should be on your email list, period. If they become a client, you should have their phone number. Why are you not texting them? And I get some people like, well, I don't want to pay for text. You can manually text people as well, y'all. Figure it out. Figure it out. And then, yes, posting in your content. Yes, that is it's a way of marketing that isn't always a guarantee, because you don't know if they're going to always see it. But why not add it to the list? You're already posting anyways, at least you should be. Make sure you're posting content that's still going to engage not just new clients who don't know you, but clients who have worked with you. As in your comments, like, hey, if you worked with me before, tell the folks what your experience was like. Like, use that. You can also use tools to help you get this retention plan done. CRMs are so important. That's your customer relationship management system. This is going to help you keep track of how much clients spend with you, when they work with you. It monitors where people are in their journey with you, so you can see when they're coming to the end of their project. It allows you to do communication with them. It allows you to send them new proposals, new invoices, let them know, send them brochures, questionnaires, feedback surveys. It's a really great tool to use if you use it wisely. You can also use Google Sheets to keep track, right? Again, everybody is a different place in their business. Back in the day, for the first couple of years, we didn't have a CRM. But we had some sheets, some Excel spreadsheets, some Google Sheets. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. There's also tools like Flowdesk, and any place basically where you can automate. If you have an email platform, a GetResponse, a MailChimp, any place like that can help you automate the communication that you're having with clients. Again, whether it's through content, whether it's through email, whether it's through text, whether it's just through direct contact in another way, right? And then try to batch and schedule these touch points. This will save you time, energy, right? You'll be less overwhelmed. If you say, okay, all my clients who are at this point on the 15th of every month, we send this email out, right? Instead of you being like, okay, on the first, I got some people today. On the second, I got some people here. It's like, no, on the 15th of the month, this is what we do. And then you know it's done. So try to make it simple for yourself. We actually just talked about this today in my company. I don't mind being transparent of doing a new win back campaign. If you've heard me talk before, I might have mentioned it last week. We did this years ago. We had implemented something like that in December, and it was like something that really was successful. And I told my assistant, I said, dang, we haven't done a strong win back campaign in a while, right? Not the way we do it. Like we be calling folks, we want to talk one-on-one, catch up type thing. And so we're actually going to be launching a new win back campaign. So look, if you a past client, you probably gonna get a message. But yeah, it's just a great way to reach out, especially the clients that we haven't had in a while, right? But I know they still have businesses. What you don't always think about is that not everybody is following everything you're doing, and your business has probably changed quite a bit in the last year or two, maybe the last 6 months. And so you got to remember, we were around before COVID. So it's changed a lot. And some of the businesses we work with are still in business now, thank the Lord. And so, yeah, we should be reaching out and saying, hey, you may not need what we was offering back then because we don't even offer that no more. But did you know we now offer this, right? You're probably at a level that can do this. We love to work with you again. It was so great working with you however many years ago. So don't be afraid to reach out, even if somebody hasn't worked with you for many years, or maybe what they did with you before is not what you do now. Sometimes it's just going out and kind of saying it, letting them know, seeing where they are, and seeing if it's a good fit. Because again, they like you as a person. They like you as a brand. They know that whatever you gave them before was a great job. They really enjoyed it. It did what they needed it to do. Why not reach out and try to support them some more? You can also use some project management tools like Trello, like Notion, to track clients and client work and projects. Again, you can do email check-ins. You can use templates. You can use surveys like feedback surveys. We have something called like a happiness survey that people can utilize. They give feedback, but it also allows us to see kind of what their next steps is, what their thoughts are moving forward. And then you can also offer incentives. So when people are clients with us, they get better prices on additional work. So maybe let's say they're a social media client, but all of a sudden they're like, oh, I need an email campaign. A lot of times because they're a current client, they get better deals. They're able to batch things. They're able to ask for things that are not open to the public, right? People don't realize like we do podcast editing sometimes. And it's not something that we advertise a lot because it's something that really you got to know somebody to get us to do that for you. We have somebody right now who's getting us to help them with their self-publishing of a book. It is not something that we offer. Don't ask me because I'm going to say no. But if you're already in the iRock family, you know that we be knowing people that know people. We will take care of that for you. All right. So hopefully you guys got an idea of how this works, why it's important, and that you remember a real retention plan makes repeat business a norm, right? We want this to be not this is exciting that they came back, but this is every day. We have a great retention rate. We want to make sure that we're starting with structure and that we're layering on tools to make sure we're not getting overwhelmed, and that also it's able to be duplicated when we are not the person manually doing it. And then don't let your client journey end just after that first payment. Already have in mind how you can service your clients as they move forward in whatever avenue they're moving that relates to your business. All right, so I give you guys a challenge every week. So what is your challenge for this week? Your challenge is to outline your retention process from onboarding to offboarding with your clients. Then pick 2 points where you can increase. Excuse me, the devil tried to get me. Hold on. All right, so outline your retention process from onboarding to offboarding, right? So from the moment you get the client to the moment they leave. So outline what that looks like. And then pick 2 points where you can increase the connection that you have and to increase the ability for you to retain that client. Now, if you're sitting here saying, oh my God, I do definitely need this, but I need more support, no worries. If you need more help mapping this out or putting this into place, I do encourage you guys to reach out to us to book a free coffee chat. Sorry, I don't have a beautiful link on the screen, but just hit us up and I will make sure that happens. And we can walk through what your client journey looks like. We can walk through what you're already using for your retention plan, or if there is not one, what you could possibly do. And then if we're a great fit for you, we can help you actually put that in place. But remember, those free coffee chats are what? They're free and they're not sales calls. So you can literally get on those calls, get some information, get some support, get some help. It's quick, it's 30 minutes. If we can support you, I'll let you know how. But it really, nobody leaves those calls without great notes and things to do to move their business forward. All right, guys, that is it for tonight. I'm still on the high. This is great. I'm so happy the school year's back. I know, a little weird. Most people are like, girl, no. But I'm excited. We are going to have a great school year, but we're also going to rock the rest of this year in our businesses, right? And iRock has a lot of things going on. If you don't already know, and my assistant has been on my butt, y'all, I'm so sorry, about our visibility challenge that starts September 1st. If you haven't already jumped in that, please do. It's just $1 a day for you to get consistent with your content on social media and your emails. And so if you listen to this section, like this session we just did, and you're like, yo, I need to do better with like my content, with my email marketing, things like that, then you need to join us because we're making it really simple. You're not going to have to jump on Zooms. We're not going to take up a whole bunch of your time, but we're going to make sure you get the support you need to be able to be consistent and get in front of your audience. So definitely, wherever you're watching this, there should be a post about it, but you can also just comment and I'll make sure you get the link for the visibility challenge that starts September 1st. So we would love to have you join us. And I'm going to do better, y'all. Tomorrow, I'm going to say it out loud. Tomorrow I'm going to record some reels for y'all so you can hear me talk more about it and hear all about the amazing things because she is on my butt to get this stuff done. Anywho, guys, I'll let you go. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock, and I will talk to you guys next time. In the journey of entrepreneurship, success is often about having the right guidance and tools at your fingertips. Welcome to iRock Marketable Business Solutions, your compass to business excellence. We understand that as a service-based small business owner, your path to success is unique. That's why iRock offers a wide range of coaching and consulting services tailored to your needs. Imagine gaining the knowledge you need from the comfort of your own home. Explore our quick on-demand webinars, courses, and toolkits designed to accelerate your business growth. But we go beyond that. Join our vibrant community in our group coaching programs, or experience personalized guidance with our one-on-one coaching and consulting services. At iRock, every program comes with incredible bonuses. These bonuses are designed to support you on your journey, helping you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Some of our bonuses include expert speaker sessions, group Q&A calls, guides, checklists, scripts, and more. Ready to supercharge your business journey? Explore our coaching and consulting services. Get the guidance and tools you need to reach your goals. Empower your business with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.